Our next poet up is Francesca Laurence. Francesca wrote poems as a child. She presented her first and only book of poetry to her grade 4 teacher. Then, as often happens, a bad experience 2 years later made her leave her poetic voice behind, until recently. Francesca dropped in last year to the Saturday Ruby to the Rubaiyat class and wrote an unforgettable Rubaiyat and then disappeared. Rick asked every class from there on in, what happened to that woman who wrote that awesome Rubaiyat? Then, this fall, in walks Francesca on the first day of class, and Rick exclaimed, there you are! Once you've heard Francesca's poetry, you'll understand why Rick could not stop asking about her. Here she is.
Thank you. I guess I'll start short and go long from, not too long, but cinquan, banjo, plucky brash band, dances, hoedowns, laughing, haw haw, he, fiddle-dee, jigs up, smiley. Tourist, blousy, nosy, gawking, stopping, walking, feeling empty, truly hungry, seeker. And that's that. And this is a triolet, young sun. I see you again in my mind's eye, tousled head bent in the sun. On the dock with your line at play, I see you again in my mind's eye, the memory bright as yesterday. As fish flash on a line and run, I see you again in my mind's eye, tousled head bent in the sun. I'd like to do this one about my granddaughter and I. Moseying along. You donned your rubber boots, said, Grammy, come and play. And now we're in cahoots. Out on a rainy day, riding our horses hard through gravel rivers spray. Lightning's first off the mark, for he is aptly named, and she's a quick little spark. Mojo's always up for a game. Our rubber boot hooves slapping and tossing our flowing manes. Old Lightning is not stopping that frisky dapple gray. I forgot that I had a cap on. Now I feel it fly away. With it, my cares and worries. Why try to rein in child's play? And this is a language poem, and it's called At Sea. Codfish, oddfish, fishball, fishbowl, fish wish, fishnet, no fish, fish cake, fish, 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 fish for sale, fishmonger, Molly Malone, alone, in abalone shell's ear, hears the sea, fish, fresh fish, rockfish, ling cod, dogfish, starfish, long lining, leaping, hooks to herring, halibut fish are nice with rice, for a price, fish, go fish. And this is a poem that means a lot to me, but nobody else can understand it. But anyway, it's Dollhouse. Into the street, the cracked back alley of shame, heads roll, and I saunter, not but despair the choice, the voice, the expressed child angry, and not a leg to stand on. Into crushing contempt, I dragged her, a rag doll, down the stairs, thump, thump, thump. Long ago, we created, and were anchored in our little selves, miniature lives, stood outside and knocked. Can I come in and sit at this silver doorknob table? Oh, you have a happy little home, even a carpet cut from a shrunken mustard yellow sweater. And I'll just do a couple of more. This is my workshop poem. It's called Reality Floods In. Dishes sit soaking in the sink. You coax the radio to speak, uncaring static, searching out some music faint as glasses clink, break time in a brittle dance about. The floorboards creak with groaning doubt. To sharp retort, the roof caves in, exploding glass on coverings. Water pours in at every seam. Wavering radio crackles and thins. Will the surface carry a lifeboat for me as my Atlantis sinks into the sea? And, I guess I'll do one more, and it's a ballad, and it's called The Hungry Pig. A piggy came to my front door. I'd never seen him there before. He eyed me up, he eyed me down. He gave a snort, he made a frown. He rattled and rolled like a pirate of old, a patch on one eye in the damp and cold, a wooden leg and missing an ear. So thin I thought he's barely here. Avast, ahoy, I vaulted the gate, for I recognized my long-lost mate. Sailors we had been together aboard the ship the Merryweather. I hugged that pig, he proffered a snout. We embraced with an oink and a hearty shout. So glad was I to see my mate, but saddened by his sorry state. Now tell me, piggy, where's your tail that curled with joy when we set sail? It went to fix the broken head, and as for my leg, they had ham with their bread. You fell in, pig, with a nasty crew. Yes, pirates all, they robbed me too. A silk purse they tried to make of my ear. It can't be done, but they wouldn't hear. And starved for fear that fat I'd be and sink the ship upon the sea, on down we'd go to the bottom deep, in Davy Jones's locker sleep. Don't rock the boat, now pull your weight. What's a pig to do that hasn't ate? I couldn't sing and I couldn't dance. When the pirates slept, I saw my chance. Always our friendship came to mind, and you I knew I had to find. I looked and overboard I leaped and struck out in the briny deep. The waves did bear me up until they set me down near yonder hill, right here below your lighthouse home. From you I will not ever roam. Dear pig, I cried, I'm glad to see you've found your way back home to me. I've missed my comrades' grunts and squeals, your merry ways, your jigs and reels. Now come and sup and eat your fill of all your favorite piggy swill. We'll celebrate that you are found, and pigs are happy, plump and round.
That was excellent. Tracy, can you adjust that? All right, we have got 2 more poets to read, and then we have a little song performance.